Well, here we go, Windows 8.1. And today just happens to be, January 10th, 2023. Which is the day Windows 8.1 ends support. So, it's very minimalistic, this design. There's not really a whole lot to it, really. Like something like Windows Vista, you got a whole lot more going on here. Look, you know, you got this slide out animation, this booklet, and all this fancy stuff on the back. But if you take a look at Windows 8.1, it's just like a little CD case, really. There's not really a whole lot to it. But anyway, there is stuff in here, obviously. So this looks like it's actually never been used. So what I'm gonna do is so I don't ruin the looks, I'm gonna see if I can use these scissors to cut down without screwing it up. There we are, look. Oh, there's the product key, I'm gonna have to blur that out. So yeah, look, this features all the Windows 8.1/Windows 8 user interface, and this just tells you how to get started. So what we have here is this has 32-bit and 64-bit discs inside. So let me just get these out just now. So here we have the Windows 8.1 64-bit disc, which looks really nice. Not as good as like the Windows Vista or Windows 7 disc, but I still think it looks quite nice. It's still got some remnants of the holographic design, which I like. Windows 8.1 Pro 32-bit disc. I don't know why you'd want to install 32-bit edition when 64-bit edition exists, but you know, some systems are pretty rubbish, so you're gonna need 32-bit in some cases. So right, let's put these discs away and move on to the installation, because I mean with this, there's not a whole lot to unpackage. Unlike Windows Vista, Windows 7, they have these beautiful, rather interesting boxes, but Windows 8.1 just doesn't really have anything interesting. But you know, let's get to installing. The PC we are installing Windows 8.1 on is a Dell Optiplex 760 mini tower from 2008. This thing packs an Intel Core 2 Duo E7400 clocked at 2.8 GHz, 4GB of DDR2 RAM, and a 250GB Western Digital Blue hard drive. Alright, so we are going to be installing Windows 8.1 on this rather nice system, Dell Optiplex 760. So this is the system we're going to be installing Windows 8.1 on. We're going to be installing the 64-bit version of the OS. So yeah, as you all know, I've unboxed Windows Vista and I've unboxed Windows 7. So now I'm going to be showcasing Windows 8.1 on its final day, which is today, which is January 10th, 2023. So now let's power on the PC and let's get to what we need to do. So first of all, I'm going to boot into Windows Vista because that's the operating system that I use on this PC. I've used it to test the extended kernel out. I've recently purchased this PC, just about a week ago I would say, to test Windows Vista on it, just to see how good it is in terms of like the extended kernel and all that. And it's been pretty alright so far. I've even got Roblox to work on it. Yeah, that's one thing we all love about Vista, that beautiful startup animation. I mean, come on, who doesn't love it? Yeah, Windows Vista is super fast on this PC. This PC came out in 2008 because, you know, by the time 2008 came around, Windows Vista was already starting to perform rather well. Almost as well as XP, I'd say. But, you know, that's for another video. We're not talking about Windows Vista in this video. We're going to be talking about Windows 8.1. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into here, create and format hard disk partitions. And we are going to shrink the volume to create a new partition for Windows 8.1. I'll do that just now. That's if I can, which hopefully I can. So the good thing about Windows Vista and Windows 8.1 is that the system requirements for Windows 8.1 aren't that different from Windows Vista, because Windows Vista set a huge, like, you know, the system requirements of Vista haven't really changed since Vista, you know. So let's just wait for this to get ready. So now we're just gonna wait. For all the disks to be partitionized, if that's a word, and I'll be right back once that's done. Alright, so now we are done. We're going to take Windows 8.1 out of its little book. Hopefully, I don't really remember where I put. Yeah, it's 32-bit, we don't want that. Yeah, I don't like this new packaging. It's much cheaper, much less authentic, and you kind of risk scratching discs with your nail while taking it out of here. So yeah, anyway, let's just pop Windows 8.1 inside this PC. That's if I can get this drive open. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to put the disc in. And there we are. Hopefully it will read the disc this time, unlike our last attempt with Windows 7. It didn't open the disc for whatever reason. Alright, so there we go. Now we have the installation all set up. So now let's get to installing. I don't know if this works on Vista. Oh yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't work on Vista, unfortunately. So we're going to have to boot off of the disk instead. So let's just wait for it to all set up and then let's get on with the installation. Alright, so here we are in the installation environment. This basically looks the exact same as Windows 11's, because ever since Windows 8, the installer has been pretty much the exact same really. So now we just click next, install now, and we do everything necessary to installing Windows 8.1 on this computer. I'm probably going to have to enter a product key, but the good thing is I have a product key, so I'm just going to type that now. Alright, so now that all out the way, let's continue installation and install it on the drive that I have intended the installation to be installed on. So yeah, basically ever since Windows Vista, the Windows setup interface has been like the exact same. It's always looked the same since Windows Vista because it introduced a much more graphical user interface, because Windows XP and below had like a command line interface used to install Windows. But ever since Vista, that all changed and it's basically the same. It's still got Windows Vista /7 elements, such as that close button up there. That's still Aero. I don't know why they didn't change that to match the Windows 8 design, but they didn't, because you know Microsoft are kind of lazy these days. They don't really put as much passion into their products as they used to back in the 2000s. But yeah, that's a story for another time. So yeah, once Windows 8.1 has finished installing, I'll be back. Alright, so we are done. So, Windows 8.1 has finished loading. We are now in the out-of-box experience. Oh wow, look at that. Nice fancy animations and everything. So yeah, we're just going to call this RIP Windows 8.1, because that's if I can. Yeah, we'll just call it RIP 8.1 because, you know, this is Windows 8.1's final day. Windows 8.1 ends support today, unfortunately. So yeah, this is like a little commemoration, like, kind of video. So yeah, with Windows 8.1, you could select the color of your background. We're kind of going backwards here because, you know, back in older versions of Windows, like really old versions, you could only select the color as the background. Yeah, so, which is, yeah, we're kind of evolving backwards here, which is a shame. Oh well, this is only for like the logon background. Yeah, so hold on, let's see if I can customize a few things. Yeah, I would like to install all updates. Yeah, might as well. Why not? Yeah, we'll just call it, yeah, again, RIP 8.1. Yeah, because rest in peace 8.1, because Windows 8.1's ending support. So yeah, and there we go. It's as easy as that. Because I'll say Windows 8.1 was the last version of Windows that didn't have a really annoying version of out-of-box experience. So yeah, right, we'll just wait for everything to load up. Should do soon. Yeah, because Windows 8 introduced the Microsoft Store, formerly the Windows Store at the time. So yeah, Windows 8.1 did introduce a few new things. Well, it was mainly just an improvement over Windows 8. Windows 8 actually introduced a lot of new things, such as the start screen instead of a start menu, which a lot of people didn't like. It was quite a controversial change. Windows 8.1 fixed a few issues, although people were still upset and disappointed with Windows 8.1 because there was no start menu and you had to purchase a separate application called Window Blinds by Stardock in order to get it. So here we are, we're on the desktop. Yeah, this is the start screen, which is actually quite nice in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the drivers. Alright, so now with the drivers installed, Wi-Fi and network, let's download Google Chrome, because Chrome support for Windows 8.1 and Windows 7 isn't going to last much longer. It's going to end support very soon, but I'm just interested to see if it will still run on Windows 8.1. Unfortunately, I haven't managed to get the sound working, although once I got Chrome working, I should be able to get the sound working on here. Well, at least I certainly hope so. Alright, so Chrome has now installed and is loading up. There we go. So yeah, Google Chrome on Windows 8.1. As you just saw there, that stupid message. Hold on, let me restart Google Chrome so you can see that. Yeah, look, there's this really stupid error message that Windows Vista and Windows XP used to have, and it is now on Windows 7 and Windows 8.1. Annoying, right? Yeah, very irritating indeed. I find out of all browsers, Google Chrome, for some weird reason, seems to drop support for operating systems really fast, while Firefox does it like 1 year later after Chrome, which is interesting. So yeah, what should we do? Let's go on YouTube, shall we? Alright, so for now, Windows 8.1 browses the internet fairly well. You can definitely use Windows 8.1 to browse the internet as of today. That's that done. Alright, so now we've installed drivers, including the speaker drivers. RIP Windows 8.1. Now we just wait for it to load. For some weird reason, it's been quite slow logging in. I don't know why that is. I think it's just because I installed drivers actually, because usually when you install drivers on the computer, it does slow down the computer a little bit, especially when you're installing the driver, because right now it is installing. Oh yeah, and a feature that Windows 8.1 introduced was that as soon as Windows would start up, it would log straight into the desktop instead of the start screen, because in Windows 8.0, it would immediately just do that. It would go straight into the start screen and you would have to click on desktop. But the good thing about 8.1 is that, hold on, what's this? Oh, it's like .NET Framework stuff, because finding drivers for Windows 8 or above on this PC is quite tricky. It's quite difficult, because usually it's only Windows 7 and above. But anyway, so yeah, let's take a look at some of the themes that Windows 8.1 has. So yeah, Windows 8.1 introduced some rather nice themes. Well, just two. Lines and colors. I really do like lines and colors. These wallpapers are just ever so nice, in my opinion. They're very nice. And it's hard to imagine that Windows 8.1 is 10 years old, because Windows 8.1 does not feel 10 years old. Windows 8.1 feels really modern, you know. Windows 8.1, to be fair, the design from Windows 8.1 isn't really that much different from Windows 10. They both look quite similar. And the animations, I must say, are very smooth. I really do like these animations. Yeah, let's look at these animations. They're really, really smooth. If there's one thing I like about Windows 8.1, it's the really smooth animations. Because I would say, yeah, Windows 8.1, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP all had really smooth animations. But for me, Windows 10 animations are quite laggy and inconsistent. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my experience. Oh, I really do like that wallpaper. As someone whose favourite colour is purple, I gotta say, this is a very nice wallpaper. I like that. Yeah, let's take a look at these wallpapers. I really like that one. That one's really nice. And that's just the original, that's the default wallpaper for this theme, but I also really like that. That's very nice and colourful. So yeah, we know Windows 8.1, pretty good. Yeah, the thing with Windows 8.1 is that it was actually much easier to customize the start screen on Windows 8.1. With Windows 8.1 you could arrange things nicer, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, because yeah, Start Search is integrated inside the start screen, which I like. So I'm just going to search for a document or something. I don't know. Has Windows 8.1 got any sample pictures? Let's have a look. No, there's also no sample music either. So yeah, that just about wraps up the video really of me unboxing Windows 8.1 and installing it on the PC in 2023. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, because that helps me out a lot. I would appreciate that. So yeah, now it's time to wrap up this video. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.